Well, while I'm here, I might as well talk about the endgame version of labyrinth diving. Obviously, like all other labyrinth dives, the first one has an eye towards survival because the main goal is the pair of ascendancy nodes. After that, though, that's a different matter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. Hey, there aren't even any rails there. What's going on? Anyway. So for the very highest level of Labyrinth, it actually costs a rather significant amount of wealth to get in. And by that I mean it costs a fairly rare item. Because of this, you definitely want to make each visit count. And to do that, you have to increase your risk when you go through there. A large part of this is allowing the boss to accumulate buffs, which increase the amount of treasure keys that he gives you at the end. There are a couple other ways to do it as well, but that's the main thing I want to note right now. There's also some profit in, in those skulls that can enchant your gear. Some of the enchantments that can be put on it are pretty potent. And if you get an especially good set, well, everything's tradable in this game, so selling it is also an option. I mean, you could get something that's amazing for a class you're not playing, in which case, hey, you might as well get some benefit. Okay. That is the smallest chromatic orb that I've found so far. So, what else can I say about this? Most of those runs tend not to spend too much time in the labyrinth proper, because in most cases the reward that you're really after is at the end. Oh, nice. Haven't gotten one of those in a while. Oh, that's the buff. Is there a... Well, I think that's the best possible Dark Shrine, then. That would be an extremely lucky find in an endgame run. Of course, I'm not in one of those, so who cares? So what we got here? Oh, wow. Alright, so this definitely looks like a situation that I should explore. I haven't found anything related to silver keys or doors yet. And those, well, those tend to have very nice dice rolls as far as treasure goes. Really impressive loot explosions. Not quite as impressive as the treasure chest at the end of the labyrinth, but hey. As long as I'm here, right? So, that side was fairly trap-free. Let's check the other side. To whoever or whatever broke a bunch of these traps, thank you. Okay, so both of them are over here. But I'm still curious about what's up there. Well, it looks like it's connected on both ends, so... let us commence the exploration. Yeah, I can be a little more reckless now that I have an anti-freeze flask. Also, another gem cutter's prism. So the reason that those are so valuable is that, well, first I'll go over quality in general. Most kinds of items have an attribute called quality, which affects their base stats directly in some way. I don't know what this does. For weapons or armor, it's usually an increase in base damage or defenses. And for gems, it increases something, well, based on the particular gem used. For example, for Freezing Pulse, it increases projectile speed, which is very useful because the power of the projectile fades over time. That wasn't too wise. I don't have the key for that chest. Well, at least I cleared the way through.
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
Oh, right. I don't need the key for the chest, I need the key for the door. Alright, so I did end up going through in the right order. And it's pretty easy to tell where the door is. Just look for the levers and traps. I don't even know what the switch does. Well, maybe it opens a door. That seems the most likely thing. Better hit the other switch just to be sure. Also don't know what that does. You'll also notice that I'm staying with my conservative build here. That's because, apparently, Mind Over Matter also applies to damage done by traps, and as mentioned before... Wait, there's another full set over there? Okay, I'll give that a try too. And I forgot what I was talking about. My apologies. Wow, that's quite a punch from a necromancer right there.
Life is short. Deal with it.
Okay. I'm interested in what you might have for sale. Not really, no. But thank you. And that's the way to the final boss fight. But I'm not gonna do that yet, of course. There's so much to dig up here. Oh, now I remember what I was talking about. As I'm sure you've observed, I'm not too bothered by the monsters in this labyrinth. But anything that'll help me to survive the traps will be most welcome. Also, I'm seriously thinking about... Well, I really would have liked Eldritch Battery because it would allow me to keep both auras on without compromising my mana too much. I should probably explain what that does. It moves your energy shield from your health bar to your mana bar. So compared to my health, my energy shield is paltry, but compared to my mana after I have some auras reserving it, it would pretty much double my reserves, or more if I'm going with the double aura style. So it seems I haven't found the silver door yet. Maybe it's over that way. That's odd. I thought that traps were pretty much always set near that sort of thing. Well, live and learn. Oh, almost didn't live and learn there. Okay then.
Any mystery can be unlocked if one has the right key.
Oh, no wonder I was having trouble finding it. The silver door wasn't marked on the map. Wow. Words fail me. So much loot before I even open the thing. Maybe. Or, no, the big chest is over here. Emperor's Vault. I like that. Okay. Oh, 2 unique items. Okay, sure. And, various possibly useful currency. Any shields, though? Technically yes, but effectively not really. Well, let's see what this fun stuff is. Increased cast speed, okay. Mana regenerate. I mean, a movement speed on headgear is quite rare, but it doesn't quite match up to what I'm getting from this piece of gear right there. Oh well. Reduced effects of curse on me. That's really hard to get. 1 life regenerated per second per level. That's a lot of life regeneration. I don't actually know. Let me check my defense to see if I can afford to switch this out. Actually, yeah. My defenses would be just fine. Okay. So, I guess I found something good in the Emperor's Vault. Big surprise, right? Okay, so that was definitely worth the time. So let's move on to the next silver key / door room. No, wait, that's not it.
Aspirin.
Oh yeah, I've started playing Saga Frontier 2, by the way. I'll tell you my thoughts on it, my extremely initial thoughts right now. Game itself is amazing, has really nice ideas. I just wish it didn't have the mobile device interface. I mean, it has a direction compass on the lower left that you click on to move. They only recently introduced controller support as well. But at least, I guess, they added it in eventually. Base game is great. It's a lot more transparent in how it works than other Saga games that I've played. Though perhaps that's not saying much. There's still important things that the game doesn't feel like explaining to you. But, if that severely bothers you, all I can say is don't play a Saga game. Alright, well, I guess we're looking for that silver chest again. This seems less monster dense than before, which I won't complain about, of course. So, I think I can safely say that this entire thing would be worthwhile just for that ring. I suspect that's going to be very helpful for my survival. And that was a full circle, wasn't it? Yeah. Blah. Uh-oh. All these shrines are always guarded, so... here we go! As you can imagine, skeleton shrines are great for this build. I pretty much don't have to do anything. Well, even more so than previously with this necromancer build. Oh, and what's that? Oh, it's a strong box. Okay. So let's see what that thing does. Okay, so a lot of monsters, but nothing too bad, it seems. Those gloves have very nice links. Maybe I can do something with that. Yeah, if I use an essence on this, I could come up with something really good. Well, it's nice to have a way out, to be sure. That's not the way I'm going, of course, but... hey. I guess I'll take what I can get. Well, there's the door. No, wait, no. That's the way to the chest, and I guess I have to go around. This time, before I deal with all that, I'm gonna actually find the silver door. And the reason I'm doing that is because you get a line that you don't get if you've already found the key, and I want to show that off. Okay. Now, I missed the silver door last time, so I need to pay more attention. I wish the door was marked on the map, though. Sometimes I kinda get lost. Oopsie. Aw, nothing this way? You know, I bet it's up and to the left from here. I think I can manage that. And I was wrong. It's weird because normal locked doors do show up on the map. There it is.
A locked door merely encourages curiosity.
In a video game, yeah, that's about right. No question. So, with that out of the way, we can now advance. So the trick of holding shift and pressing the cast button or key, you gotta be careful with that because you actually have, it has to be a piece of valid ground. In a lot of places that isn't a problem, but in a place with narrow passageways like this, you might just end up going nowhere. Which is especially a problem if you're casting the spell to avoid some kind of mobile trap.
Where there's a silver key, there must be a silver door.
Yeah, we've already worked out where that door is, but thank you. Now, it was down this way, I think. Yeah, definitely. How do I keep forgetting to use these flasks? They'd especially be useful in avoiding some of the traps, but I still forget about them. Wait a minute. Did I miss the door somehow? I bet I did. Okay. It's alright. I think it's actually over here, which means a lot more travel. My apologies for the delays. Oh, there's something else I should mention about later versions of the labyrinth. There we go. They have new tricks to them,
Any
of
mystery
course.
can be unlocked if one has the right key.
One of the most prominent ones is... I believe I mentioned this in my last trip through the labyrinth, but just in case. When you start going through the trap sections of later iterations of the labyrinth, you run into zones that heavily punish you if you use movement shenanigans like my teleport. That's okay. It's a lot of armor scraps and whetstones. Sure, okay. Oh, cartographer's chisel. Okay, I'll go with that. So these are quality tools. Glass spores bobble in there. It's probably possible to get stuff like a cartographer's chisel or maybe gem cutter's prism if you're lucky, perhaps. Actually, you know what? I bet those treasure troves there also draw from the table for the treasure chests at the end of the labyrinth. So, let's backtrack. Because if I remember correctly, the way to the final boss fight is pretty clear. At some point in the future, it might be worthwhile for me to use those armor scraps to improve some of my stuff. Wow, my life is regenerating at a very good pace now. So, if I combine that with the healing flasks I've got, I should be able to recover from most attacks pretty quickly. Of course, the best recovery speed is instant, and no amount of non-flask healing will give me that. But still, I'll take everything I can get. Well, I walked in with an empty inventory, and now it is not empty, so let's free up some of that space. Whoa, 2 increased light. No, wait, no. I was misreading it. No! Why am I even carrying this? And this? There's probably some build that can use that in the early game. Not so much now, though. Okay. I think I've got what I'm going to need for this. You know what? Since traps are usually less of a problem in a boss fight, I'll use the Guardian as well. Who knows what's gonna happen.
You must navigate your empire through troubled waters.
Just as I said there were not going to be traps going through here. Oh well.
Honor your name.
Well, wow, that artillery, though.
Death and loyalty. You are free.
So, 2 treasure keys, because of that buff. Alright, we had a couple of good and proper brushes with death. So I guess excitement-wise it works out. I have 3 treasure keys, so not the worst that can happen for a non-challenge run. Yeah, nothing good there. A lot of this stuff looks promising. Yeah, rare accessories can be very valuable. Ah, I don't think I'm going to use that, but who knows, maybe a later character will be able to get something from it. Not quality, never mind. Alright, so that's it for the standard loot. Some of that looks very promising. Yeah, that's a mace build thing, of course. Well, you know what? I'll sort through all that later. Let's first claim this prize here. Hooray! So, dodging things will be much less of a problem from now on. The rest of these seem very interesting as well, but I won't need to worry about them for quite a long while, I'd say. Pair of gloves or boots, huh? Well, these are fairly decent boots. Huh. Movement speed if I haven't been hit recently. Okay, well, maybe I can make some good use of that. Though I do get hit a lot. So, who knows? Regardless, the second training sequence is done. What? The trials? Oh yeah, there's more trials ahead of us, I bet. Where's the next thing? So, it looks like they are places I haven't been yet, and I'd be at map level 68, or I should say just area level 68, which, considering that what I just went through was 55, yeah, that's quite a long ways ahead. So for now, it seems like the next thing to do is to advance through Act 8. I should be fairly well equipped for it. See you next time.